So what's on your mind, gentlemen?
Now that I was just gonna catch up because I didn't talk to you since yesterday. So.
Well, that's fine. Yes, I've already been made aware that Mr. Bruce will be getting 3 DAPs. So, yep.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to him about the whole situation. Talked to every single party that was pretty much involved with it.
You didn't
Marshals
talk to
are
me.
also aware of it now too.
What do you have to say about it, Pred?
I'm rather perturbed, if I may say so. Hold on, it's my favorite part in Meltdown. Kick ass. Hold on, it's coming. Yeah.
Right there it is.
Yeah. Kick ass, kick ass, kick ass. I am slightly perturbed because, you know, it's you got to look at things from my perspective.
It looks terrible from your perspective.
Well, it would look terrible if anyone was in my shoes, but you know, there's you know, my best friend died while I was in the cells dealing with that too. Jack Bates actually died of a heart attack too while I was there. I missed his call because I was dealing with this shit.
Sorry.
You know, can I ask you just a question?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be happy with this outcome if they did this to Andy Jones? Would this be a satisfied? Because here's the thing, man. Answer it honestly. Because I hear some crazy shit about, you know, you guys trying to push criminal charges against, like, Carmine for, like, 911ing stuff about Andy and shit like that. I mean, you got to remember, too, that how can you say this isn't malicious when the guy was actively campaigning against me and was shit-talking me, you know, and stuff like that. I barely talked to this fucking guy. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I've met him, like, twice. Maybe 3 times.
I don't like the narrative that somebody has to talk to you and meet you to, like, dislike you. You shit on their friends nonstop. He's not going to like you.
I don't even think I really... I mean, is it really shitting on someone to say they did a bad job? I don't think that's shitting on anybody.
I mean, but that's not what you did. That's not what you do.
Well, what did I do?
You said way worse. The shit that was said on Twitter, shit that was said about Eve. You know,
I mean, well, what did I say?
Not going to take kindly to that. I don't know, man. I don't have a fucking, you know, a log of every shitty thing you said.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't be able to name one thing I said if it's so terrible.
Because
I mean,
it's not my issue. It's his issue with you, not me.
So how can you say it wasn't malicious if it's his issue then? If he has an issue with me.
Cops are allowed to not like people and still be able to do their job as long as they're doing it without
He
malice.
literally told me when I was down in the cells, I can't wait for you to lose your job.
Yeah. But
what did he say?
Yeah, he literally was shit-talking me for like 5 minutes about screaming about how I hate you, I can't wait for you to lose your job, and all this shit. I mean, come on, guys. Look, here's
Did anybody
the thing,
else
right?
hear that?
No one else said that. He said that.
Carmine was there.
Carmine
Stevie was there
we
too.
asked him we asked Carmine literally everything that was said, and he never mentioned those words. Either way, the insults that he gave you back in the cells, he was reprimanded for that.
Oh, so he wasn't reprimanded for you know, wrongfully trying to jail me and stuff like that.
For the malicious prosecution, we didn't find that he was acting out of malice at all.
Do I really have to sue my own police department to prove this?
Brother, if you want to sue, you can.
I don't think that looks good.
The marshals know about it too now, so if they think that it was malicious, it's on them to take care of.
Well, let's be honest. The marshals ain't really a big fan of me.
It did not seem like it was malicious. I don't know what else you want us to do.
Can I ask a question, guys? And I'm just going to play devil's advocate. I've had my fair share of altercations.
Bill, 1 second. 1 second, Bill. Kick ass! Kick ass! Kick ass! Yeah!
Meltdown!
Yeah! Meltdown!
America #1, yeah!
Breathe, Fred. I've had my fair share of meltdowns with officers in the cells. I'm sure you guys have heard my reputation. I'm sure I've had some with you guys. Now, when you go against a lawyer, you're out trying to call for his job when he disrespects one of your officers. So how is this different than that?
Yeah, you guys, listen. You guys got Ajax bar taken away, and like, here's the thing, right? Do you want to hear what my issue is with you guys? You'll go 100% on me, but the second I start turning up the heat on you, you're going to have a problem with it.
Who's
and we
going
both
100%?
know.
No one is going 100%.
You don't think it's going 100% when you're trying to get someone out of office with a wrongful conviction?
Who is one person? That's one.
That's your
one
guy.
Person that put out a warrant that
was approved by a sergeant.
Okay, that was approved. That had circumstantial evidence involved.
So what type of people do you have in your command positions? Then?
It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
I can tell you this is one
You're
of the worst
acting
things
like
I've ever seen.
There's
I mean,
no
that's-
way,
I
Pred.
mean,
You've seen
you're
so
just
much
being
shit.
Bones,
ridiculous,
you've known me
bro.
a long time. This isn't
You've
even
seen
something.
so much
Bones,
shit. There's
Bones, can I put
I
this in perspective
guarantee-
for you? Bones, you've been around a
ahead.
long time.
I
This
have,
is something
yeah,
this
but
is something that Wrangler wouldn't even do. I'm
Brother,
gonna be
it's
honest
not
with
like
you.
They kicked in to open the door, placed you in cuffs, and dragged you to MRPD. You went there on your own volition to sort it out.
Yeah, because if I didn't, then I would be resisting arrest.
Dude, it was out. No one was trying to arrest you.
You don't think anybody would
time.
try if there's a warrant? Come on now, let's be logical here. I did that to do you guys a favor.
If
You were
somebody-
placed under arrest by an officer.
I was.
If somebody came up to you and attempted to place you in arrest or under arrest, sure, I understand if you go to the police department. But at the time, no one was doing that. You're being sworn into your duties. If anybody's seen that warrant, if me or Bones seen it, we would have taken it down. You know, it was not disruptive. He didn't try to ruin your signing or them giving you your keys.
What do you think he's doing
He
an
got
hour
arrested
after?
by an
Bill,
officer.
Bill, please, Bill. Okay, I got this. Don't worry about it, buddy. What do you think is going to happen an hour after I get sworn in? A warrant's posted for me. What do you think a judge is going to say to that? Honestly,
It was. Again, I understand that it looks bad, but he was working on it for a week prior.
you told me
evidence of
yourself you
that.
pressured her into giving the statement. Those were
No.
your words.
I can tell you exactly what happened because I have it all written down. Exactly what Goldie said happened. But
Listen, I
we've gone
get it,
over
you
it
guys
like
wanna
5 times.
protect your
Do you want
boy.
me to say it again?
Yeah,
It's
you
not
can
even
if you want.
protecting our boy. But
have you talked to
if
Goldie
you
about
know
this?
all of the fucking
No.
evidence, like or everything we've heard,
I
Goldie
only said
called
like
Bruce.
I think I ran into Goldie at the hospital, and I was just like, I ran past her, and I was like, "You're a fucking asshole," or something like that. Yeah, I can't
yeah,
remember.
she said that.
Yeah, but if you
Yeah.
went to talk to a witness who filed a complaint with the police against you, that could be seen as witness tampering.
I mean, that's why I didn't talk to anybody. It's not. You know, I'm
Exactly,
smarter than
it's-
that.
I was
Why
just
would you
wondering
tell
what
him
you
to go
know about
talk
the
to her?
situation. I didn't say that. I just asked, Bill.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. He meant
Bro,
no
not
offense
everybody's
by it.
out to get everybody at all fucking times, Bill. Jeez.
That's not what it
Just
looks
having a
like for me.
conversation.
You know, I mean, I couldn't think of a more disrespectful thing to happen to somebody. I mean, this isn't something I would do to any of you, even if I had concrete stuff on you. I would at least wait.
Listen, I understand that, and if we seen it, we would have taken it down. That's why he got dabbed.
But the issue is
That's why
it
you let
happened.
go.
So is this how you guys want to run your police department? Like, this is an honest question. Like,
No,
You
that's
guys
why he was
think-
dabbed. If we wanted it to run this way, we would have been like, "Good job, Bruce," and gave him fucking high fives. But that's not what happened.
yeah, I mean, when do those daps wear off?
A month.
Hey, he better. Hey, I hope he doesn't. Hey, I hope he doesn't do anything else in the next. Is this not a good showing, guys, of like us working together and shit? You know what I mean? It's like
Sure, but
We're
you
trying
don't
to
know
sort
how
it
we
out.
Work, though, like you don't know
guys
how we
ain't,
work.
though.
If that was a consistent issue, he would be fired. I mean, that's how we handle things. I mean, people are held accountable within the department. Bruce has always done good. He's never, sure, he's had minor issues, but never anything major. We've never known him to be malicious. The evidence is not in the favor of him being malicious. Based on literally what Goldie is saying. Obviously, the way he treated you was
Do you know the
uncalled
first
for.
time I met Bruce?
But we're not going to have his fucking head on a fucking stake because of a mistake.
But he
or,
was ready
you
to
know,
have my head on the stake.
I don't think that's what the intention was.
You don't think that's what the intention is? I would have got charged with that. I would have been removed from office.
Sure, but if he did a crime, he's going to push a charge.
I didn't do a crime.
Allegedly committed.
Am
a crime.
I? Listen, come on, Cassidy. Listen, you got to understand. Innocent until proven guilty, brother. Come on.
I get that, but if he thinks you did something and he wants to push it, I get it. I do think that could have went to court and been in a compelling.
How
court
do you
case.
think our relationship is supposed to be for the next 3 months if this is the showing out the gate? Because I'm not exactly confident.
We are trying to deal with it. We did a thorough investigation.
Hold on.
It's the first
Kick
thing we
ass!
did.
Kick ass! It's coming! Kick ass! Yeah!
Kick ass!
Yeah, America #1!
Oh my god, it's never not good. It's
Also,
always so good.
Would you believe me if I said yesterday that if I took everything at face value and I was ready to fire Bruce right then and there? Would you believe that?
Can I tell you the truth? I'd like to, yeah.
Let me just
Yeah.
give you 1 second.
I
Excuse me.
You can ask Cassie. You can ask every single person
Warlord?
involved with command. I was going to fire Bruce until I talked with Goldie, and then she said.
But the
everything
stuff
she
that
said.
Goldie said is so much worse. Hey, what's going on? All right, what's
Excuse
up,
me,
Mama?
Mr.
Yes, Mama.
Warlord.
Yes, Mama.
Jared Gitlin is on the line. He wants to talk to you. Something about interviewing and saying that he's like the best for the job.
Which job? The mad scientist?
Or is
He
on
wants
the
a
sheriff list?
chance.
Is he, hold on,
what kind of job?
pause,
What
pause.
job?
Mad scientist. Is it him or not? Because I need to
The
get
mad
humane labs
scientist
going.
interview?
I need to get those clinical trials running. I have shit I need to do.
He said sheriff.
Okay, sit down. I'll add him to the list. Listen.
Okay, he'll get back to you.
Look,
He'll get back to you.
You got to see things from my perspective, right? What am I supposed to do when someone who guns for me, tries to draw blood, goes for my head, right out the gate of our budding relationship, after I told you, Cassidy, I wanted to work with you, I wanted to protect you, I wanted to uphold your guys' principles. I told you all this. I told you I wasn't even going to do the whole thing where I lower your guys' pay and evaluate you, even though it's a smart thing to do. All right, I told you. I made it very clear that I wanted to be your friend, that I got too much stuff going on to have enemies. All right, and then the show of force that you guys present is, hey, if you go after the mayor unjustifiably, coerce a woman into giving a fucking statement, use it to maliciously prosecute someone out the fucking gate, that it's 3 DAP points. You're not exactly setting a good example for, this type of behavior, and that's the issue. You believe that 3 DAPs corrects the issue. I don't believe 3 DAPs corrects the issue. In fact, what I believe would correct the issue is that the sergeant's removed from their position, and then that dumb fuck Bruce is terminated with his employment, or whatever the fucking the window is for he can come back or some shit. All right, that gets the point across that if you come at the mayor, the warlord, that you do it correctly. But what you are just setting up is a fucking gateway for this shit to keep fucking happening to me, and I don't
not gonna
respect
keep
it.
happening. I promise it's not.
Brother, I guarantee you that it will. All right, I hate to tell you this.
The thing is, you're operating under the assumption, again, that Goldie was coerced, which she admittedly said she was not, and that it was malicious. If he was malicious and Goldie was coerced,
Did you guys
he
record
would have
this?
been fired.
Yes, Mr. Glenn.
No, we didn't record it.
Why not?
Because we had a good conversation with her.
Well, that just means when
Very
this goes.
clear.
Well, I mean, you should always record stuff.
He's currently in a meeting right
if we have to depose her for anything legally, then we could do it then. But
She didn't want to come to the BCSO because she didn't feel
First
comfortable.
Of all, I'm a voluptuous woman. First of
Mama,
all,
can you get the fuck off? Can you get your fat ass off the phone, Mama? God damn it, Mama. Mama, kick ass! You're missing it! Kick ass! Kick ass!
This
Kick ass!
This guy wants to be sheriff so bad.
Look, believe it or not, Bones and Cassidy, I actually like you guys. I know you might not. Listen, I get it. You don't like me. That's fine. All right, that's understandable. I get it.
here's the thing. Let me stop. I think whenever it comes to cop shit, we can agree on a lot of things.
I think we can too, but this doesn't set a good example. That is, I'm telling you this right now, honest and truthfully. I know that when someone steps over the line, if you don't correct it in a direct manner at the highest level, then the behavior only continues.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the truth.
Here's my thing. I know these people, and I know that this isn't going to happen again. Right? I've worked with these guys, both of them, day in and day out for months and months and months, and I trust them, and I know like how serious they're taking it. I know it's not going to happen again.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know. It's like from outside perspective, I get it. I understand it. I can see how infuriating this would be.
I want to apologize for yelling at you guys, but I was really jolted by that whole ordeal. It was very disrespectful.
No,
I'm trying to do.
that.
Especially when I was trying to do good by you, and guess what? This happens.
You got a slap in the face. I get it. I was trying to give you just time. Just we'll talk about it later type of deal. But I understand in that moment, you're heated. You got to say what you got to say.
I don't know what
I
you
didn't
guys
take
expect me
anything
to do because I don't think that this sets the best example, and I think that it only encourages more people to do the same. And that's
we are
my
not
issue.
encouraging anybody to do
You
that.
are encouraged. Listen, can I say something truthfully to you?
Mhm,
You are encouraging bad behavior when you slap bad behavior on the wrist and say it won't happen again. All right,
But
that is
you keep,
it is
again,
encouragement.
you're operating with the assumption that it was malicious and that again he
Because it
coerced
was.
her. But if he didn't do that, but again by her own admission, he did not. So what do you want us to do?
But
Like,
what's
I get
their
it.
what's
You're
their
the mayor.
relationship?
They're friends.
They're friends.
Okay, so Einstein, let's put 2 and 2 together on this one. Come on.
I mean, she still felt the need to come forward for absolutely no reason to tell us about the whole situation, regardless. So, I mean, we were never going to speak to her about it.
I actually think that we could benefit each other a great deal, if you want to know the truth. I actually think that there could be good dialogue, building of bridges, and I could help repair the image that you guys have with the public and the LSPD. All right? It isn't about saying you guys did wrong. It's not about that at all. It's about, you know, just repairing and mending those relationships. I thought we could have done that. All right? It's just, it's getting difficult for me to be like, hey, all right, you're going to allow this disrespect against me to occur when I know damn well you wouldn't allow that against Andy Jones. You wouldn't. Admit it. Bruce would.
I wouldn't ever. If someone was trying to press charges on her, I would not stop them. In terms of like, I feel like that would look so bad if I'm like, hey, trying to protect this person that committed a crime. If the cop thinks that she actually committed a crime,
That's you doing your job as a supervisor, though, Sheriff. It's your job to supervise.
Yeah, but they didn't come to me as a supervisor in this situation.
And again, if we
didn't
saw
look-
it, we
I
would have
didn't- I
gotten
didn't
rid of it.
go through it.
We wouldn't have let it go through. And as soon as we did it, we made sure that the charges were dropped. And
yeah, but unfortunately,
have
the
to
damage is
understand that-
already done, guys. That's the
yeah,
thing.
but you have to see it from our perspective as well, though. Like,
I do.
We're trying to work with you, but the information we have is that he was not malicious.
I see things completely different because here's the way I look at it, right? You guys are running a department. You guys are running the BCSO, my own alma mater. Does the BCSO mean something to me? It does. Believe, it was not so long ago. What, 8 years ago now? I was sworn in as the sheriff, even though I didn't have enough votes. I was sworn in as sheriff. Thanks.
That's
China.
crazy.
All right. Thanks for manipulating the vote. I appreciate that, China. But the thing is, it's like, how am I supposed to trust your judgment call when the people who you are putting in positions as sergeant is okaying that warrant? So here's the thing, right? It trickles down. The people who you put in positions are reflections upon you. You know, me, that was very important to me because you need people who are, 1, dedicated, 2, they have that fucking drive. You know what I mean? You know what I mean when you see that person and it's like they will do anything and everything to improve.
Mm-hmm.
And you surround yourself with people like that and people who are always out to prove themselves. And I see a big slip up in that warrant being approved by a sergeant. It makes me question if this is a regular thing. Because if it can happen to the mayor, the warlord, Kyle Pred, it can happen to anybody. Kick ass, it's coming! Kick ass, yeah! Yeah, kick ass! And I don't, believe it or not, I don't want to do the extreme thing. You know, I don't want to do the extreme thing because I think in a certain level, in a certain degree, you are succeeding.
Mm-hmm. And I believe you because you would have done it yesterday, I think. Right then and there.
I want us to work together, but you're not showing me that we can. Because what you're telling me is this behavior, let's just slap him on the wrist. And it's very disheartening because it's only pushing me to realize that do I need to act? You know, it's like, is Bruce real? Do you really want Bruce to be your Helen of Troy? To say, so to speak. Do you really want this thing to be the thing that is the main deciding factor for me?
But
because
is it
worth
ultimatum
it?
that like we do something to Bruce or we're
No,
gone?
it's
Like
just-
is that what you're giving us?
No, I'm not giving you an ultimatum. I'm not.
I mean,
Because
why
like
don't
I
you
said,
tired.
Why don't you talk to these two people? I mean, talk to Bruce, talk to Aspen.
fuck
I
Bruce.
guarantee.
Fuck Aspen.
Okay, talk to Aspen, and you can hear their side of things. You're always talking about perspective. Get theirs. I mean, we that's what we did yesterday. I think it would be beneficial.
But here's the thing: what you're asking me to do, right? Is you're asking me. I have a jam-packed fucking schedule. All right, you would not believe I have 20 pieces of legislation I got to go over tonight alone. I have 24 business proposals I got to go over tonight alone. I have a lot of stuff I got to get done. All right? And it's not on me to rectify and get people's perspective. It is on you to do that.
We did that yesterday.
And we did that, and we
But-
acted accordingly.
I just don't
He was
believe you did.
punished for
That's the thing.
basically what happened. And we spoke to Goldie, who was the main one, saying that, or would it be proving that it was malicious? And she very much adamantly said that he was not being malicious.
I got 5 dabs for beating a woman.
She just didn't want it to go as far as it did, but it did because she never said anything about it. She took full blame for it.
Why would she take full blame for it? That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, full blame because
you can't take
because
full
in the
blame for your
moment-
officer putting together a warrant to arrest a government official.
she's not taking full blame in the fact that she's taking like fucking blame from us. She's
Why
just
would I
saying that
care?
in the moment because she was the one that would make it so that it was malicious.
No matter-
She's saying it was not malicious at the time, and all the charges a week ago when it was all put together and the report was made, or all the information was gathered. It was a routine thing. She called him, said that you fucking ran her over. So he went down there, got a police statement, and she got a medical report.
Did you
She
talk to a
said-
judge about this?
Why would we talk to a judge?
Because I think it would be clarifying, clarifying context for you guys to understand what defines maliciousness. Sometimes you don't even have to. So here's the thing, right? When it comes to malicious prosecution, all right? Knowingly, if me and someone have a bad relationship, a turbulent relationship, or let's use Bruce as an example. Bruce walked out of a courtroom on me over nothing. We didn't even discuss anything. It was very odd to me. I was basically just arguing the definition of something, I believe, and then he said, "All right, that's it. Charge drop." Walked out. He is the one who tried pushing a misuse a 911 call on me when I came up here to talk to you. Okay, so don't act like there ain't a pattern when it's very apparent that there is. All right, malice is in the context, right? Not the context. Wrong word. Malice is in the pattern of activity that takes place. Trying to push a bullshit charge on me. All right, walking out of court. All right, that's one. Actively campaigning for, Andy Jones, Eve Summers. All right, having problems with the things I'm saying. That's 2 and 3. All right, then number 4 is, forcibly pressuring someone into cooperation. I mean, did she even want to press charges? I mean,
That's where the misinterpretation came from.
Misinterpretation? No. Can I tell you something? It is not misinterpretation. It's very telling, and it would be telling to a judge. Hence, if I don't ask if you want to press charges, doesn't that come off as malicious and me undertaking to fulfill and satisfy my own agendas and desires?
Not if I get a call from somebody as a police officer and say, "Hey, I just got hit by a fucking car." Of course we're going to take a report about it.
That's not an of course.
Of course that's an of course.
I don't think it
What
is an
else
of
is the
course. I mean,
reaction when
did
somebody
they do
calls
it
you
over
as a
the
police
phone?
officer when a crime has been committed?
So tell me this details, right? Because I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. I know Bones, has other shit he's got to do. He's a growing boy furthering his education.
Fuck off.
Okay? Probably got
Okay.
homework to do or some bullshit. Okay? I get it. He's a growing boy.
I'm 32 years old, by the way. I'm 32.
I'm 40.
Okay.
So,
Fuck 'em, yo.
Like, you got to look at the pattern of things and then what determines malicious intent. You can't just say, well, somebody said this, right? It's more about what didn't Bruce do, right? Because I know if I was going, all right, Tea time. Tea time. Tea time. I used to have an issue with Mayor Lang Buddha. Right? Right. Mayor Lang Buddha was like my nemesis. Right? When he was mayor, I was on his ass. Right? But I didn't do any fuck shit because when you go at the king, you got to come fucking correct.
Wait, what's the timeline on that? Is that before or after CPD? Which one? Where's the
That
timeline?
was after. Yeah, that was after because
So was it PBSO at that point?
yeah, it had to be. It was either PBSO or when I was in the troopers. It was one of the two.
Didn't you go like LSPD for
Like a
short
week.
period too?
No, like a day, 2 days, and then my dad made me fucking transfer to the troopers. Told me that he wasn't going to have his sperm not wear a trooper uniform. And I said, Dad, I'm not a sperm, I'm a man. And he said, you look like a sperm to me.
Yeah.
Well, then how come you never made Jordan a trooper? That would have been good.
Because Andrews was the one that raised us, and I would look. It's a complicated family relationship.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Very. So basically, you know, I was on Lang Buddha's ass, right? I was like on his ass, but I know I had to come correct. But I'm a little different than most cops, especially when I was on the beat. You guys saw me doing the marshal shit. You know, I like to hit the beat. You know, I like things like this. You know, us getting together, having a conversation, blah, 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 you know, trying to wordplay people, shit like that. It's my favorite thing to do. You know, trying to get someone to slip up unconsciously or subconsciously. I'm not talking to knocking someone out and then putting my finger like at the bottom of their mouth and then making them fucking say things. You know, like, oh, okay, yeah, I did it.
Fifth Amendment.
Making AI videos of people, Pred?
No, I don't even know how to do that. But I will learn.
That's what we have Michael for.
Look, the whole thing is, it's just like, where is the understanding, right? That sometimes some targets are larger than others. Some desires that you may have are larger than others. But this guy had a clear case of the predlock. Someone who's willing to go to the abrupt edge of the world with hatred for me in self-destruction. I've seen it a million times. My best trait is that people hate me so much that they'll do anything to stop me. But I'm always 10 steps ahead. Look, I get it. We're talking in circles and stuff. I'm not going to tell you how to do your fucking jobs. All right? That's not on me to do. It is your job to do your own jobs. It is my job to do my job. But I will express my displeasure because I think that it only gets worse from here now. I've seen this happen a million times. And you guys may be saying, Pred, this ain't going to happen again. But I assure you it'll happen and it'll be worse. And what do? Just wait for that? Because it will happen. I'm going to be honest with you. It 100% will. This is not fake. This is how it goes.
I mean, it won't happen. But again, it's something that slipped under our noses. Things like that can happen, but they will be dealt with. If somebody's being malicious against you, they will be fired. I mean, it's as simple as that. We're not scared to discipline people, but from our perspective, genuinely.
So what happens if I take this to court and the judge rules in my favor and finds that he acted maliciously?
Then he would be fired.
He'd be fired.
I told you yesterday I would fire him. I was going to fire him yesterday.
Yeah, you were
until
telling
I
me.
spoke with Goldie. I'm 100% honest about that. If a judge found that he was guilty of doing malicious prosecution, all his good faith as an officer is gone. And
You
it's
know,
out the window.
you know what the best thing is about being the mayor? When I win court cases, I can just pay myself out from the budget. It's like a stipend.
Well, how about we do mediation with the judge, have like an arbitration hearing.
I mean, that would
way
be quicker.
It stays out of public limelight.
No, I don't
stays
believe my
between
whole
both
platform
parties.
is doing things in the open, Bill. That's the whole thing. Oh, did you guys see the new thing on the forum, by the way, Bones and Cassidy?
Yeah.
The Blaine County
What new
thing?
The contesting it.
No. Did you go to there's a Blaine County mayor's office entire thing now. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to be able
I see
to
it.
post everything up there. People will be able to discuss it. People will be able to weigh in on it. Anybody will be able to have a say. Anybody will be able to post anything in there, legislation-wise or concern-wise. And once we get this going, I think it can have a really big impact on our world. I think it can cause a lot for everybody to do. But
In terms of, I just want to make sure I'm at the right thing. The
it's under the city hall one now, so you see where
under the
it's,
city hall and then in Blaine County Mayor's office. Yeah.
no, it should be underneath. It should be a sub forum.
Yeah, it is. And then you open up Blaine County Mayor's office, and then right
Yep.
now it's currently only the repeal of appointment of the sheriff.
Yes.
Are you wanting anybody to be able to post in there?
Yeah, anybody will be able to post in there.
Okay, it's just not ready yet. Okay, I was about to say
it's,
I'm not even able to.
Yeah, it's you got to give it some time. But
Okay, no worries.
I'm
I get
making you
I get what
aware
you're
of that
doing.
because I think this is going to be fundamentally one of the best things we can do for our county.
I mean, it's smoother that way.
Yep, it's completely transparent, on board. Everybody can see it. Everybody can weigh in, right? Everybody can. I think that this is the way. I think this is going to pave. I think this is going to be a big change for the city, and I think that Los Santos County will probably follow suit as well. It allows us to already know what it is we need to do, and makes everybody aware of what's going on at a government level, because everything, like we post in there, everybody will see it.
Another thing that I would like is one of your officers, whoever's interested, to join the legislative committee as well. That way they have full access and they can be the liaison between what we're coming up with, have input on everything as well.
Yeah, put that
and
nerd
have
Dakota on it.
transparency that way. Well, no, and anyone who's willing or anyone you assign, it's up to you guys.
We got some law guys in BCSO. Some law
Yeah.
guys.
We got a couple law guys.
I'm sure they'd be down.
Bruce is actually a big law guy.
Oh, well, judging by that warrant, I think we're gonna have to get someone else.
He just likes court.
Yeah, just send him my info.
Except with the case with you, then he walked out of. But
I didn't.
other
Listen,
than
we
that
didn't even.
case-
All right, I don't know what had him so pressed. Can I be honest with
I don't
you?
know what triggered him. I don't
didn't
know the
even get
situation.
to it.
I
I
just know,
wasn't. I wasn't yelling or nothing. I was just talking like this. I was like, "So what is the definition of an emergency anyway?" Because I feel like this is a pretty big deal. You know, I drove all the way up there. You know, and he just lost it. He just lost it. All right, but
I don't know the whole situation with that.
we have to depart because later
Yeah, I gotta
tonight
dip
I
in
have to get
10
together
minutes,
with
too.
my legislation committee, and we have to get a whole bunch of things rolling.
Yeah, the Knicks game is on in 45 minutes. I gotta get ready for that.
Sports Weeb.